Yo, it's the kid that you've heard about. It travels fast, that's word of mouth.
What's up guys, Velocity here, and today is the second part of my dual comp with Mr. Patrick Games. His channel link is down in the description. I highly recommend you go and check him out. I'd be really appreciative of you guys if you go check him out, and a thank you from both me and you guys. Appreciate you guys for watching. See you later.
Game anymore. So going over to Modern Warfare Remastered, one funny thing I remember a friend at school said, they said they didn't like the graphics of Modern Warfare Remastered. They said it looked exactly like the original game. That's
what?
Yeah, I know. They're saying oh, it should be like its own game. It should have perfect 2016 graphics. And I'm saying it's a remastered game. It's not supposed to look perfect. They're not even selling it as its own thing yet. It's an add-on, a pre-order bonus.
That makes no sense.
That doesn't make sense.
I mean, seeing as it is kind of a part of Call of Duty now, and I truly believe that we're going to see it in every game going forward, what are your opinions on supply drops? Do you think supply drops should be completely omitted from the game? Do you think they should be in it?
I like supply drops, not in the way Black Ops 3 did them, and I'll get to that in a second. But supply drops in Advanced Warfare with the weapon variants, I liked. I thought it was really fun. I thought epics were, I think that's what it was called. The high surety was epic. Epics were pretty common, and a lot of times I'd get the variant I wanted. Not all the times though. There were a lot of variants, the Speakeasy. I remember the AS1 Speakeasy was such a good variant. I didn't get that till the end of Advanced Warfare's life cycle. So in some cases like that, but overall it's I think it's a really cool system. But not the way Black Ops 3's done it, and not the way I think Infinite Warfare is going to do it with their supply drops.
Yeah.
I liked in Advanced Warfare how at least every other game you get a supply drop. I thought that was really cool. And it would be even cooler if there was a way to improve it where you earn even more supply drops, if they expanded on that daily supply drop system where you could do challenges to earn supply drops along with the every other game you get a supply drop. Then I like that, because there were a lot of you open supply drops at least every other game, like I said, but in Black Ops 3 you need to do it because if you play a good game in Black Ops 3 and get 3 cryptic keys, then you need to play 10 games to get a rare supply drop, and which is just ridiculous. And that's if you're doing good to get 3 cryptic keys, instead a lot of times you aren't.
And most people don't want to grind to do that. They just, like I said before, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, because you want it to be simple, but you also want it to be complex, and you don't want people to sit down and have to grind to get, a chance, a 1 in 100 chance at a weapon. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then you'd open a rare supply drop, and you get nothing. You just get reticles and stuff. Whereas in Advanced Warfare,
there goes that time.
Yeah, in Advanced Warfare, you'd get some cool customization thing, or at least a weapon. Even if it's not the weapon you wanted, it's something cool you can redeem for XP.
And that's something I feel like Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare did the same thing in different ways. So Black Ops 3 made people get into weapon variety by Dark Matter camo, by making everyone try out new guns, everything like that, and I think that was amazing.
Yeah.
Advanced Warfare did that to a different way by variants. If you got the MP11 Goliath, you would try out the MP11, and even though it wasn't the original MP11, you still would try out that gun, and you'd still play with it, and it provided some variety. Although, I mean, they kind of killed that idea by not nerfing the ASM-1 or the BAL forever.
Yeah. That was really, in my opinion, the only main problem with the game. Because I loved Advanced Warfare to this day. I think it's one of my favorite Call of Duties. Which is weird, because that's not what really anyone appears to think.
Yeah.
But the ASM-1 and the BAL were the biggest problems in that game, in my opinion.
I felt like it was kind of like a kick in the teeth to the Call of Duty community, to the fact that they went through, 3 months after the game's life cycle was over and then nerfed them. It's you really couldn't do this before.
Yeah. And I went back and played with them. They're still overpowered. Best guns in the game.
They're still broken.
Yeah.
Even after they said they quote nerfed them.
Yeah. Well, one thing I am excited about for Infinite Warfare, I guess, getting back on topic.
Yeah.
The energy weapons seem to be buffed, and there seem to be more of them. In ASM-1 in Advanced Warfare, the energy weapon was the EM1. I think there might have been. Was there another one? Yeah, the AE4.
Yeah.
Was another one.
That was DLC though.
Yeah, they were fun weapons. The M1 was definitely a fun weapon, but it always sucked. And in this game, it appears like they're going to have energy weapons in a similar form as Advanced Warfare, but they don't suck, and they function more like guns, and I feel like that'd be cool.
And I do like how they're building the game to work around these energy weapons and the ballistics weapons alike. They're creating specific attachments for the energy weapons that they didn't do in EM1. The EM1 and the AE4 had the heat sink, and that was the only thing
Yeah.
about those guns that was unique, other than
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they fired energy bullets. So I think it's really cool that they're expanding upon the energy weapons. They're also trying to make it to where they're a little bit more unique.
Yeah. I saw one of Drifter's videos the other day, and it was
love
about
Drifter.
motion blur. Yeah. I don't know if you saw that one, but apparently the motion blur is a big issue with Infinite Warfare. There's like a lot of it,
Yeah.
and
I saw something like that, and people tell me that I think motion blur is kind of annoying to some degree. Sometimes it makes the game look really good. And I said that in a comment section somewhere, and someone was like, "Well, our eyes naturally have motion blur, so why do you need it?" And it's like no, that's not.
yeah.
I mean,
Some motion blur is a good idea, but like that much, the level that it had there was like pretty ridiculous. Okay,
yeah.
let's move on to zombies. So, what was your initial impression when you saw the zombies trailer?
I mean, okay, so I'm basically, in whatever I do, I'm a purist. I like the original form of things. So taking that into context,
You're a multiplayer, you're mainly a multiplayer player, right?
Yeah, I'm primarily multiplayer. I play a good bit of zombies, but I'm in no way like, I followed the storyline, but I'm in no way like good at zombies at all. But I'm a purist in the fact that, you know, Black Ops 1 zombies and Black Ops 2 zombies were my favorite. Black Ops 3 zombies were really good. I thought that was also a very, very good rendition of zombies. But I like things in the original form they were put in, or close to it, which is kind of why I'm so negative towards the change in Infinite Warfare and Infinite Warfare zombies. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of closed-minded in that way. I wish I could kind of open up my mind, because in a way it does look pretty fun. The Infinite Warfare's zombies looked pretty fun, and it looked definitely a lot different. So my head's still trying to wrap around Infinite Warfare zombies.
Yeah, I think everyone's is. It's really confusing because it's similar to like Treyarch zombies, but at the same time it's kind of not, because there are a lot of new added things. There are these weird things called cards. I don't know if you've like seen like a breakdown of that, but it appears to be somewhat like gobblegums, except you earn them while playing. I don't know what that's all about. And there's also like, it's really like catering to the casual player, you can tell, because there's stuff like if you like go down and die and lose your guns, you can go buy them back.
Purchase them back.
It really like caters to the casual player, which I think is cool. And they have like this tutorial mode apparently that looks really interesting. And yeah, it just will get a lot of people into zombies, and overall I hope that helps more people just get used to the zombies thing, so that whenever Treyarch comes around with their like edition, like their next zombies game, more
really
people will be
like
able to get into it.
Sorry, I cut you off there. I really do like the idea of gobblegums and anything like that. Although, I mean, you get into that danger zone, which of course it's just the nature of the game and the nature of Activision. But when you get into the paying for gobblegums and paying for perkaholics and things like that, it's just like, it's unneeded.
Yeah, I don't think, like, gobblegums definitely are, it's one thing that makes it different than past zombies, and I think they're cool, but I don't really think they're that pay to win.
Yeah.
Like you can still...
And in zombies, there's no real pay to win, because, I mean, what are you going to get, top of the leaderboards? But it's still, it's kind of nerve-wracking to me to see how many different ways can they put paying systems into the game.
And they could definitely expand upon these things to make it so that you basically like have to have perkaholic or something in order to like do well in a game.
Yeah.
Like I'm afraid they might do that in like future games, but in terms of Black Ops 3, gobblegums weren't really that big of a problem, and hopefully they're not that big of a problem in Infinite Warfare zombies either.